astrology is used in human design. The main way that it's used is to generate the calculations that gives the
Mhm.
placements for the chart to actually generate the chart. It takes two astrological calculations. So one of them is the moment of your birth. So that's the in astrology you always see that it's the birth chart kind of thing. Um,
Mhm.
where human design starts to differ is we also take a second calculation, roughly 3 months prior to the birth. So technically, it's 88 degrees of an arc prior to the birth time. So it's roughly about 88, 90
Mhm.
days. And coincidentally, that is one Mercurian year. So it's one rotation of Mercury around the sun, which that's a very interesting point. Maybe we'll touch on that as
Why
well. But
exactly? Why exactly Mercury is important in this case?
so the two calculations, the one that's taken at birth is the calculation for your personality or for your
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
whilst you're here, whilst you're incarnated, right? So it's the
Mhm.
way that the mind, the energetic blueprint of how the mind works and everything. The second calculation is the unconscious or the body. So you got two
Mm.
distinct beings, two distinct forms, basically, or sorry, one's form and one's mind. You got two distinct parts of self. They're like two different entities, basically. The mind inhabits the body. So human design looks at the duality of that comes together to
Mhm.
create this illusion of self, right?
Mhm.
So why do we have this mind that feels so separate from the body? This is kind of how it's pulled together. And there's something that holds it together as well, which is we call it the magnetic monopole. You could look at it hermetically as the matrices kind of thing, keeping the mind stuck to the body and all of that. But what's interesting is Mercury is the messenger moving between heaven and earth. And
I
yeah,
understand. Okay.
see, so there's some things to think about there and meditate on. Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Oh, it makes sense.
yes, yes. So like that's the main way. You get a bunch of calculations for another way to look at it is the birth time gives you the conscious mind, and the second calculation gives you the unconscious. You got conscious, unconscious. That's the duality,
Mhm.
and it's the two of those coming together, the quantum of the two that creates the illusion the illusion of separateness and the illusion of self. So that's one major way that we start to move away from astrology. Now, when you look at the body graph, I'll just get yours up right now. Um, when you look at the body graph, you can see
Is it mine, right?
this is
Yeah, I
yours,
can
yeah.
see my name.
So this set of calculations here, you see you've got the Sun, Earth, North Node, South Node, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter,
Mhm.
Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Um, so these are the calculations that were taken at your birth time. So this
Mhm.
generates the data for the conscious mind, and this is the calculations 88 degrees prior or 88 days prior to your birth, which is when the form or the body was complete enough to inherit or take in the mind,
Mhm.
right? And that's like again, that's like an alchemical marriage kind of thing. That's another thing you could meditate on and look into. It's the marriage of those two that creates this illusion of self, this alchemical marriage that kind of occurs. So you see, you've got a conscious sun and you've got an unconscious sun. You've got a conscious
Mhm.
earth and an unconscious earth. So this is basically the life force, like the quality of life force that radiates as who you think you are as your conscious self. And this is basically how other people would more likely see you. It's the solar life force that's radiating from your body. Okay, so if the
Mhm.
if the, if the earth is how the mind and the specific life force that's coming through the sun is grounded, so it can express itself in life, right? Then this is how the body is grounded and how the body's radiance is grounded, kind of thing. So without getting too technical into that's like uh, where astrology really comes into it. These gate numbers, we call these gates, so 52, 58, 10, and they are they are mirrored on the chart here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, you can see the 52 is down here coming out of the root center,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got a red and a black there. The red
Mm-hmm.
coming from the unconscious sign and the black coming from the conscious side. So you've got planets activating the 52 here. So the sun was in gate 52, right? So that lights up this bit here. And on this side, 52 is in your south node. So that's why you've got those two colors there. You've got a planet from the placements in your unconscious and conscious activating this gate. Now, you see how only half of this channel, these whole lines are called channels that connect the centers. Because only half of this one only has half of the channel activated. It's just the gate is activated. As soon as you got both sides, both gates activated, so there's a planet in gate 55, there's a planet in gate 39, that completes that whole channel. And then what we get is an electromagnetic connection created between these two centers. If you imagine this like a circuitry board, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you got a full channel activated, you've got energy running through. Now that's what defines these centers. So when a center is defined, it's colored in. It means there is consistent energy running from here to here, always 24/7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
And are
this so
these numbers are fixed here in the centers for
yes,
everyone? Is the
they're
same?
thick. Yeah, exactly. So the numbers are always the same, but people will have different gates and channels activated. That's where the
Mm-hmm.
differentiation starts to occur, and it gets so specific because not only do you have gate 52, but it's also line 3, and there's also about I think 3 more decimal places after that. So it gets ultra specific, and it
Mm-hmm.
gives you layers of interpretation that just differentiates you so much as this unique energetic being and this unique aura and unique self that no two people have the exact same chart. It's impossible.